We are eagerly anticipating today, among other days. At long last, Shiba Inu is starting to feel better. Once again, whales have returned. Things are happening fast for millions. Next week, we could witness the 1 cent dream, and it's not going away anytime soon. I don't understand what's going on or why I'm even bringing this up. Allow me to clarify. A major announcement was made earlier today. The whole Shiba Inu community was suddenly startled by the whales. It was jolted, that is. Huge decisions were taken, such as level-changing decisions. And this is the crazy part. Currently, it's not only the whales that are creating a racket. Some significant life events have recently occurred for Shiba Inus, the kind that makes you wonder if Shiba Inu is actually making a comeback. It appears like the recovery is already underway. Yeah. And if this upward trend continues, it has the potential to remove a few decimal places from the price. The 1 cent dream is already beginning to make some noise. Once again, insane, perhaps not. But hang on a second, because I have more. Setup is explosive, according to technical analysis. Okay, that's fantastic. You may be thinking, is there a reaction in the chart yet? You could get the willies from what one analyst just said after breaking it down. The Shiba Inu, in his view, is secretly curled up within a huge symmetrical triangle. Imagine the force exerted on a spring as it is compressed even farther. Eventually, it will break. It may cause an explosive breakout when it does, on the order of 17 times its present tolerance. Such a motion does not occur at random. That is the starting point for parabolic runs. And that is precisely the direction this arrangement is suggesting. The most important firms are subtly re-entering the market since Shiba Inu whale activity has skyrocketed. Accounts holding more than 1% of the total Shiba Inu supply increased their purchases from the previous month by a factor of dozens, above their usual level of activity, with net flows increasing by a factor of roughly 30. According to on-chain data, these titans bought approximately 2 trillion tokens all at once, indicating a fourfold increase in daily buying activity compared to our usual patterns. If the accumulation is this unrelenting, it can only mean that the smart money is jumping back on board with greater confidence than before. Keep in mind that the Shiba Inu's value increased by a factor of 3 in early 2023, when fresh whale activity drove a huge breakout. It looks like that move can be repeated now. Shiba Inu, if past performance is any indication, could try to recapture its early year highs, which were more than twice today's trading range, especially if whales keep piling on. It is obvious that the major players are preparing for yet another spectacular run. Can a Shiba Inu reach such great heights once more? Yes, it seems like you should keep an eye out. This may mark the beginning of a monumental undertaking. Extraordinary concentration of whales in. Another analyst has stated that the issue has now become much more intense. According to the most recent statistics from Intatablook, a significant portion of Shiba Inu are owned by wealthy individuals. This implies that approximately 75% of all Shiba Inu are out for an extended period. Now, what is the true significance of that? With a firm resolve, it's a substantial sum of money. Since they anticipate a price explosion in the near future, they are stocking up now. I find it even more intriguing when individual investors are not jumping on the bandwagon quite yet. Because at this point, the whales are gathering in relative calm before the commotion begins. Really thrilling. For what reason? Reason being, we're familiar with this plot. Massive stakes were amassed by whales, who began buying quietly and concentrating their holdings. And, additionally, the most benefit accrued to those who paid close attention at the outset. And now we find ourselves back at square one with the same flashing lights. The Shiba Inu is now firmly in the precarious calm before the storm stage, so to speak. Like the kind where you have to decide between dozing off and missing the rocket launch or buckling up and riding it before anyone notices the launch. Perhaps the 1 cent dream will come true much sooner than anticipated if this energy keeps growing at its current rate and if these whales keep pushing so hard. Perhaps as early as the following week. Perhaps insane, but the most insane actions in cryptocurrency often occur when no one is expecting them. Market position strengthens and the excitement is beginning to rise. An epic comeback by the Shiba Inu has just taken place. Although it dropped out of the top 20 only last week, it has returned with a bang this time. Such a maneuver is not accidental. Particularly in the meme coin sector, it is pulling the market as a whole. Topping the list is the Shiba Inu, which is inherently linked to the Ethereum network since it is totally developed on it. Therefore, Shiba Inus usually feel a strong lift whenever Ethereum pumps. The environment surrounding it has altered significantly, even though there hasn't been a huge announcement related to Shiba Inus to drive this new price action. Appetites are soaring once more. The desire to take risks is reviving. Not only that, but smart money riding the next wave is more important than usefulness or fundamentals. It is known to the whales. Analysts notice it. The graphs are spiking. The anticipation is growing. You total all of that up. The number of whales is rising. Shiba Inus are making a triumphant return to the limelight, as is the formation of historical breakout patterns in ownership, which is driving the overall market upwards. In the end, a perfect storm occurs. Once again, it feels like early 2023, just prior to the Shiba Inu's tremendous run. The anticipation is palpable. Everything is lined up to explode, and this could be the first of many. Looking at the big picture, the long-term picture is still optimistic. Shiba Inu is looking incredibly radiant. This is Shiba Inu's second attempt at what market participants term an on-zero breakthrough. Without the normal strong volume, it is just trying to move above a vital price barrier. It's as if you're attempting to propel a vehicle upwards against a slight wind. Very unlikely until more force is applied, albeit theoretically feasible. In particular, the Shiba Inu is teetering on the brink of a psychological price wall, which is also a significant resistance level. It seems to be playing with that line, pushing up against it, and attempting to cross it. Listen, I know that sounds great in theory, but the volume is still off. There has been a real chance that we can start marching toward that elusive 1 cent level after these breakouts, the ones that occur without big volume, if confidence returns. This is according to history. Not today, not tomorrow, but things move quickly in the cryptocurrency market. Also, Shiba Inu appears to be teetering on the brink of a gigantic dot at the moment, so try not to blink. Perhaps we are witnessing the beginning of the path to 1 penny already. However, how do you feel about this? Leave a comment in the space provided below.